Hello, today we will explore what functions are. Functions are a block of code that only execute when we call it. Previously, we wrote code without classes and functions, and when we ran it, we understood that each line had to execute, except if-else statements, of course. Here we wrote more code that is like a script. It's more suitable for small tasks. If you have a large tasks, then it's better use functional programming. Of which functions are a part. If you have a block of code that is used several times, you can make it into a function, which makes your code more readable. Now let's move on to the practice. Imagine we want to ask 3 users, grade them, and say nice to meet you using their names. This is how we used to do it. Let's duplicate our code 2 more times as per our condition. In this case, we duplicate our code. It works, but it's not very pretty. We see what our code is repeated. So we can use a functional here to make Python understand that you are writing a function. We use the keyword def, which is short for definition. If you don't know what to name a function, you can call it foo, which is a commonly acceptable name. Next, we copy our block of code that is repeated and pay attention. Write it with an indentation because all the code that belong to the function is written with an indentation. Let's comment out our previous code. And now to call it 3 times, we simply call our function 3 times, like this. Let's check if everything works. As you see, it also works. Imagine a situation where we need to change our greeting from hi to hello. In our first version, it's done like this. As you see, we had to change it in 3 places. If we had 100 calls, it would take much more time. In the function, we only change it in one place, right here. So, as you see, with functions, there is not only less code, but it's also more convenient to work with. You should understand when to use function and when not. If your code is called only once, you don't need to write a function for it just because you can. In the next lesson, we will continue to look at function, so don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day.